So, Blade Sorcery just released the 1.1 Rocked update, as well as 37 new achievements, and I wanted to make a video talking about how I got all of them. Starting out with Sandbox, there are 10 fairly easy achievements you can get right off the bat, starting with Don't Disturb the Birds. Exiting the house away from the travel map and heading up to this ledge, you will find a tree with 2 birds' nests, and you'll get the achievement after picking up one of the eggs. The Cupbending achievement can be difficult to find because it is under the water. If you fly past this rock outcropping and a little to the right, you will find a chest with a cup. You can take this cup back to the skill tree and unlock 2 new very special skills. This will unlock the Cupbending achievement. Next is the Cult of Kospy. You'll be able to find the bread sword in the market after spawning and looking to the left. You'll be able to find the sword in the stall on the shelf. The next one's simple enough. All you need to do is jump into the well in the market. The next 3 all happen in the Citadel map. First, climb the tower directly across from where you spawn. Next, fly down the left side of the map from the tower and down this wall. Follow the tunnel through to the special cell. Alternatively, you can enter the tunnels from this side. For the Dark Messiah achievement, travel to the Sanctuary map and climb up here. Knocking down the chandelier will get you the achievement. The next 2 achievements can be tricky. You need to survive both 10 and 50 waves in survival. To start this, you need to travel to any sandbox map and start it in survival. I would recommend the market as it has apples in the same stall as the bread sword. You can use mods for this, but keep in mind you can't bring any weapons with you, only armor and spells, so if you want to use a mod, keep that in mind. I tried to use Cupbending, but for some reason I always crashed at wave 13. Primarily this is an endurance test. Even with a mod, it took me about an hour and a half to complete it. Since you are in Sandbox, you can enable all skills in the book, and you will get a second life. If you need to, take breaks in between waves, but obviously don't shut off the game. From here on, the rest of the achievements are in Crystal Hunt. The first one is simple, start a Crystal Hunt. I don't think mods are allowed for the campaign. I didn't get the trophy until I disabled all of my mods. But in order to get all of the trophies, you will need to beat Crystal Hunt at least twice. Once with the normal ending, and once with the secret ending, as well as beating the game in permadeath. I would recommend getting the normal ending on permadeath, and then having another non-permadeath run for the rest of the trophies, including the secret ending. There are 5 trophies you can get on your first visit to the Baron. If you climb over these rocks, you will find a small campsite with a chicken and a pirate hat. Pick both of these up for 2 achievements. If you want, you can wear the hat. The next achievement requires you to pick up 8 notes around the Baron's bounty, starting with the note next to the chicken. The next is on the top, on the opposite side of the chicken. The third is on the ledge with the candles. The fourth is on this box above the campsite. You'll find the next one on this box behind the Baron's shop. The next note is on this box sitting next to the fire. The 7th note is sitting on the Baron's counter. Go back to where you spawn in and look past the chest, and head to this wrecked ship. You will find the last note and a sword. Pick up the falchion for another achievement. To get the Permabanned trophy, you will need to kill the Baron. Crystal Hunt has a few progression-based trophies and some trophies that require RNG. Most of the RNG trophies you will get from just playing Crystal Hunt. And keep in mind, getting all the achievements is a bit of a grind, so just focus on the progression trophies, and there's a good chance you'll find other trophies in the process. These trophies are designed for you to get gradually as you play the campaign, so keep that in mind. Starting out with the easiest, defeating a golem. You will have to fight a lot of these guys in order to beat the game twice, and you will need to unlock all tier 3 crystals. These next 4 are all related to the skill tree and crystal cores. First, you will need to merge any 2 of the same crystal cores together for this achievement. Next, you will need any tier 3 crystal core. For the third, you will need to max out 1 path, but you do not need to get any combined skills for this trophy. Just the 12 basic skills. But for this last one you will. In order to complete this, you need to unlock every single skill and every single path, including the combined skills. This will come out to a total of 78 skills, but you do not need the 2 Cupbending skills to get this achievement. This is where a lot of grinding comes in. You need 270 crystals just for the basic skills, and that covers 60 skills. This is why I said to focus on progression skills. This will take a long time, and it is very likely that this is one of the last achievements you will get, which is why I would highly recommend not doing this in permadeath. These next 3 are all available at the Baron's shop, but are late game achievements, starting off with buying and equipping any full set of tier 3 armor. If you buy any tier 4 weapon, you will get an achievement, but you will also get one for buying all of them. There are 12 tier 4 weapons you are looking for. The wrist blade, a dagger, 3 swords, including the katana, a great sword, a spear, a staff, 2 axes, and 2 hammers. Moving past the progression trophies for a bit, I'm starting with the weirdest 2. You need to find poo and eat it, which is interesting. Looking past how bizarre these 2 achievements are, you will need to find it, and I believe it has a very small chance of spawning in a place of any valuable, so you might get multiple, which you can feed to an enemy, or the Baron, but he's already been through enough. For the Trailer Hero trophy, you will need to find a particular room in one of the outposts. If you check the dungeon info in the book, look for a room called Climbing Chasm, or look for a room like this. You will need to jump in the pit, but don't do this if you are on permadeath. For Hidden Passage, you will need to progress far enough to unlock level 3 difficulty outposts. It shouldn't be hard to find this room from here. Most level 3 outposts seem to have this as the final area. After clearing out all the enemies, slide down this well and you will get the achievement. For this achievement, you will have to find a large room like this in the Dalgarian ruins. Look for a large stone platform with a white crystal on it. There will be a stone ledge with a lever. Pull this to open the exit and get the achievement. In order to get the Watery Grave achievement, you will have to find another room in the Dalgarian ruins. If you open the dungeon info in the book, look for parkour drainage. Once you find this room, come in here and pull this lever. The room will slowly start to fill up with water, and you will get the trophy. You won't die by getting this, so don't worry if you're in permadeath. If you really want to get any of these achievements where you have to find a room in either the outpost or the ruins, you can restart the level with a new seed in the book. I would recommend doing both of these achievements together. You can get an achievement for completing the Eyes outpost with only tier 0 equipment, as well as completing an outpost without killing anyone. These work well together, as you can leave your gear at home and just run through the level without any casualties. The level of outpost doesn't matter. Any outpost that has the eye will work, but it will be quicker on a lower level dungeon. I would recommend bringing a tier 0 staff with the gravity hammer skill, so you can get past any gate that might lock you out of progressing. There are only 5 achievements left, and all of them are related to the end of the game. Starting off with the Carl achievement, you will have to defeat the 6 golems and unlock the final level. After you do that, look down here and head to this wrecked ship. I would recommend using gravity for this. After going down, look under the sail and you will see him. Pick him up for the achievement. In order to get back to the top, you can restart the level in the book or fly up there with 2 fire staves. The next 2 achievements are both of the endings. There's a secret ending and a normal ending. Like I said earlier, I would get the normal ending in permadeath, then get the secret ending on a different difficulty. But in order to get the normal ending, you will have to defeat the 6 golems and pick up the sword in the center of the room. For the sake of spoilers, I won't show either ending so you can experience it yourself. The secret ending can be tricky and will kill you if you make a mistake, even if you have the second life skill, so don't do this in permadeath. In order to complete the secret ending, you will have to unlock at least the first basic skill of fire, gravity, and lightning. After fighting through the 6 golems again, make your way back to the final level. There's a few things you need to do before grabbing the sword. Head into the large room with the sword and go to the right. You'll find a hole in the wall and go up these gravity elevators. After you make your way up, step out onto this ledge and look to your left. There will be a small stone platform with a monument with 3 holes in the front. Each hole is meant for a different spell. If If you put the spells in the wrong order, it will kill you. You will also have to go in order that I'm describing, or it will also kill you. Starting with this one, from top to bottom, put gravity, fire, and then lightning. Once you've done that, look to the center of the room where the sword is and go to the left. There will be another platform with another monument, but this one will have 3 slots with 3 different sides. For this one, you just need to imbue each one with lightning. Now that you've finished with that one, head to this last one. This one will look similar to the one you just did, but it has a different combination. Once you land, imbue the first slot, the slot facing from where you came from, with fire. You'll need to imbue the last 2 slots with gravity. Once you've done all of that, you will hear this sound. And you are now free to grab the sword. For the sake of spoilers, I won't show the end, so you can see it for yourself. Now I want to talk about permadeath and how I got it. Unfortunately, I can't give you a detailed guide on how to get it, but I can give you some tips, especially if you're new to Blade Sorcery. For a permadeath run, I would start with a gravity crystal, as it allows for fast movement and gravity push is really effective against all enemies. For golems, gravity jump is really good at getting you around the arena quickly and taking out those crystals. For permadeath, just focus on staying alive. Visit the Baron when you can and buy armor and potions if you're able to. You'll probably get to a point where you can get through dungeons pretty fast, so always keep your eyes peeled for other achievements. Make sure you've got enough healing items on you as well. Once you've gotten to a tier 3 gravity crystal, I would recommend a body crystal. I'd recommend this one so that you can get more health, but if you want a different one, you can go for that. I would keep gravity because it can get rid of any fall damage. This is just what I would recommend. There may be a better way, but mine worked for me. You just have to fight your way through the 6 golems, and that's pretty easy. Unless this happens. I don't actually know what happened there. I think I got crushed. But what made this worse was this was the last crystal on the last golem. Meaning if I had destroyed that last crystal, I would have been done with permadeath. This was very sad. I sat down and I figured, maybe I could beat permadeath in one standing. And so I did. Like an absolute psychopath, I spent the next 2.5 hours beating the game. It had taken me about 7 hours to get to where I was when I had died, so I cut my time down by nearly 5 hours. I mean, I wasn't trying to speedrun, but cutting my time down by 5 hours is crazy. I think I'll let the rest of my run play out for the end, but I hope you found this video even a little helpful. When I found out they were adding achievements, I figured I'd get all of them. Honestly, I'd take any excuse to play this game again. It's really fun, and a huge shout out to the devs for making this absolute masterpiece. But that's it for now. See ya.